on the banks of the St. Johns River, we look inside Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. The final 4 weeks of the NFL regular season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. Parker, it's week 15. Just feels like a horse race. We're at the top of the stretch. Now it's the sprint for home.
And up until this point, Mike, every team's goal is, can we be in the conversation for the playoffs?
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. Malachi Corley now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Well, the Jets come out with Aaron Rodgers. Of course, all the buildup in 2023, it lasted all of 4 snaps. But the man is a legend. Super Bowl champ, 10-time Pro Bowler. Greg, his 20th NFL season.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, granted exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up.
Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Out of the pistol, Rodgers to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
On 4th down, the Jets turn it to the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. Back deep for Jacksonville, that's Devin Duvernay. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Jacksonville comes out with a former #1 overall pick. Trevor Lawrence, their quarterback, 6'6", tall and talented. Greg, hard to believe already this season 4 for Lawrence after his days at Clemson.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
Down the sideline, past the 40. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. A throw on the move is caught. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. He'll get 4 and down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. Kind of nose to the end zone all season long, and now here in the month of December, he is the NFL's leader this season for rushing touchdowns. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Oh, high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
We'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
He'll try to run for it. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down. Here's Hall from the pistol. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
A pickup of 14 as he takes it to the 14. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. That's to the sideline and taken in by Wilson. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's Hall. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Rodgers. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Davante Adams. Touchdown, New York.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. And they are all over that on defense. Good surge, drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. In motion comes Lazard. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. He is in. Reese Hall. Touchdown, New York. That touchdown gives them 18 on the season.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. Heelan Robinson to return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Jags offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Still plenty to play for as the temperatures dip and we hit the final month, the money month. A hit, and he has lost the football. It's picked up by one of his teammates. 2nd down and 8. ETN ahead out of the pistol. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Here's a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. So after one, 7-3 is our score. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. On 4th down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt. Malachi Corley deep for the Jets. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Jets offense and Breece Hall getting set for this next drive. And he is the NFL leading rusher here in the month of December. A strong finish in the final stretch could earn him the crown. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the run, here's Hall. And he's going to get the 1st down up past the 35-yard line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
That is brought in. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. Big gain for the Jets there. It's a gain of 34.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Here's 2nd and 6. The master of play action, Rodgers. That is brought in at the 10. And he will score. Pat Fryermuth. Touchdown, Jets.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
Zerline's kick, up and good. And the Jets extend their advantage to 14-3. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Davis going in motion. On 1st down, Lawrence. He locates the open man. That's Christian Kirk. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They go play action for Lawrence. He's going to air this out for Davis. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, a give to ETN. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. This brought in out past the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Second down and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. A gain of 16 yards. And the Jets have a first down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. From the gun, Rodgers. He'll get this one out to his fullback. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And they will finally track him down. Great coverage downfield. Leads to a sack.
Sometimes you just have to know when it's time to go home. You got to know when the party is over, and I'm not taking anything away from the effort. It was a great job here by the quarterback to extend this play as long as he could, but instead of throwing it away at the end, he ends up taking the sack.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Jaguars offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Got his man. It's Kirk. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Lawrence going to keep this himself. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd.
To throw is Lawrence. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Lawrence. There he goes again.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down. Now Lawrence. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down. Here's the punter now, as he is on to punt for Jacksonville. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Jets offense and their running back set to go once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. Got a man. It's that rookie 3rd-round pick. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
First down for Aaron. And that is incomplete.
That's clinic tape here by the receiver. He identifies quickly it's man coverage, and you've got a go route. You've got to stack that defender. Get on top of him and make him play through your body to contest the throw.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. Jets are going to use their 3rd and final timeout here. So, 4th down, and the veteran Greg Zuerlein on for the Jets. This will be just inside 60, a 59-yard field goal attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Jets are in front as we send you a couple hours south of here. And hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the 3rd quarter. On the return, it's Robinson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Lawrence now. He'll get this complete over the middle with Kirk. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down, Lawrence. He finds his tight end. That's Brenton Strange.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 9. Davis heading in motion. Lawrence now on 2nd down. That's caught. It's the former Bill, Gabe Davis. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the 1st with ETN. 18 yards on the pickup there, and a 1st down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the 2nd half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Lawrence out quickly to Thomas on the RPO. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
At the 31-yard line.
Davis going in motion. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. This one is caught by Kirk. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. On the give, it's ETN. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Once again, it's ETN. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
A 36-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jaguars will cut into that lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return is Corley. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jets offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. Set to go now on 1st and 10. In motion comes Lazard. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Jets.
A first down throw from Rodgers. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Trayvon Walker, the former first overall pick, in there for the sack.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Now this is going to be a loose football. The Jaguars have it. Well, they come up with the turnover on defense. The quarterback choosing to keep it, and the defense choosing to take it away.
Mike, anytime a quarterback turns into a runner, the defense loves it. They want to take a shot at him. They want to take a shot at the ball, and that's exactly what they were able to do here. Force the fumble, get the ball back. Great job there by the defense.
The Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Here's Lawrence. Now a screen set up for Etienne. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. His throw left side, taken in by Kirk.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Dustin Hopkins on now for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now on comes Dustin Hopkins in a pressure situation. This to get back to a one-possession game. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within one score.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Rodgers. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, New York.
A throw left side taken in by Corley.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. Now Rodgers. The ball comes out. And this is taken in by the defense. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it 1st and 10. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Back to throw. Lawrence. Taking up, and he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Trevor Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars. Greg, how often do we say it's a one-possession game, but that's a 2-part story? Part 1 taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a 1-score game. They need this 2-point conversion here to tie it up.
The Jaguars will line up for the 2-point.
Throwing is Lawrence. That's incomplete. Oh, they were going for the conversion to get this thing even. Instead, it will remain a 2-point game. So the lead is down to just 2 now in the 4th quarter as they kick it off. On the return is Corley. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to take over possession of the football. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. They're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. On the option, here's Hall. And he'll weave his way down close to that 1st down. Going to come up just a little shy. It's going to be 3rd down and short. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. A run here with Hall. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. He's going to look deep for Adams. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. They put Wilson in motion. They'll run it out of the gun, and it's Hall. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Jaguars' 10-yard line.
They'll go again with Hall. And he will get into the end zone. Reese Hall, touchdown, New York. 2 more touchdowns for him here. Now 19 for the year. Greg, that's the way to handle it. Up 1, go down the field, get the touchdown, and extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best when their best was needed. Being able to extend this lead late in the 4th quarter, they've got to be feeling pretty good about where things stand to close this game out.
Next to score, Jets 24, Jaguars 15.
So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. Duvernay on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A first down throw for Lawrence. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. 18 on the gain again. And another first down. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Lawrence. To the right side, and Kirk's got it. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with it.
Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on downs.
You got to give credit to the defensive coordinator here. He went into attack mode, had a great blitz planned for this 4th down situation, disrupted the timing of the offense, and the quarterback had nowhere to go. He flushes out of the pocket to keep the play alive, and they're able to chase him down, force the sack, force the turnover on downs.
And he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
They put Wilson in motion. They'll give up the middle with Hall. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. On first down, Lawrence. And this will be knocked down. It's incomplete, but there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Now, on 2nd and long. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Lawrence now. He'll let one go deep for Kirk. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their second. And a little chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Open man is Davis. It is second down and 5. Now here's Lawrence. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. Lawrence. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Here we go. This is fourth down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. So now Rodgers and the Jets ready to take over once more. And it's been a struggle all afternoon. The defense done a great job taking him away from his game, taking his weapons away, and he is yet to find anything to lean on in this one. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the give, it's Hall. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line. Now the Jags will use their third and final timeout. And they stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one a win for the visiting Jets. And it is their third consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL.